see Charlotte. This is Flashpoint.
Thanks for joining us here on Flashpoint. I'm Ben Thompson. Coming up this morning, more than 20,000 registered Republicans here in North Carolina have switched their party affiliation since November election. In a swing state, that is a lot of voters. Coming up, we're going to talk to the head of the North Carolina GOP, what he's doing to change that trend. Also, what's up with the censure of longtime Senator Republican Richard Burr, punished by his own party for voting to convict President Trump? We're going to have two different opinions. But first, a pressing problem here in Charlotte. This week, more than 100 folks living in what's called Tent City near Uptown were given just 72 hours to pack up and leave. The reason? Officials say there is a rat infestation there, making it unsafe to stay. Rats are a major carrier of some 30-something different diseases. The county provided free hotel rooms for 90 days to those who take them up on the offer. Joining us now, Mecklenburg County Commissioner Pat Cotham, a longtime advocate, we should say, for our city's homeless population. Pat, I know this is a problem with no easy solutions. For one, what's going to happen to these folks? They go into hotel rooms for 90 days, but we also know there are a number of other homeless camps around town that could see the same problem.
Yes, that's true. But right now, this is the one that is the most problematic because of the rat infestation. And the county, the health department has been watching this for several weeks and trying to see if they could, what the rat problem was. But it got to the point where it was kind of like the house is on fire. Everybody's got to go. This is serious. So that was why they had a decision. And they also, during this time in the last few weeks, they were also applying for funding for this rat problem. And they received, as I understand from the county, $800,000 from FEMA. So they were probably involved in this as well.
What do we do long term about this homeless problem here in the city? We were tackling it. This pandemic came, I think, posed all sets of challenges. How do we get back on the progress that we were making?
Well, certainly we were making progress, but I have not been happy, and I have been involved with our homeless neighbors ever since I became a commissioner in 2012. And, over the years, it seems like to me, just to me, that we don't really have anyone responsible. We don't have anyone accountable. And I think that's a major problem. And again, I have been singing this song for a long time, at least since 2013. And I think that is the thing that we have to face. And it's always somebody else's problem, and nothing gets done. And we do a lot of Band-Aids. And I am proud of the county. I mean, we spend every year around $34 million with homelessness, and mainly in preventing homelessness. We have spent this year, since the pandemic, correct myself, $7.6 million on hotels. And we have hundreds of people in hotels since last March. And so I am proud of what we have done. But I do think that we need to have someone that is responsible. Maybe I suggest have the person paid by the city and the county, and then accountable to the city and accountable to the county, and so because we have problems like duplication, and we have wonderful nonprofits and wonderful advocacy groups that are doing great work, but a lot of times it may not be the right thing, or it's the wrong time. And then I know when I go uptown at night, there are certain days I never go because I know there's other people going. But then there's other days that nobody goes, or hardly anybody goes. So I try to go on different times. But I think we need to, have a much stronger collaboration and really address it. And, that's one good thing about this serious problem is more people are aware of this. More people are aware of the encampments. And I have gone into tents since 2013. So they have been out there, but I think maybe this is going to shake the community, and hopefully we'll get, a resolution and something that would make it, a better future for them.
The health department comes under the county commissioner's purview, so I wanted to talk to you briefly about the coronavirus. Doing much better here in the state of North Carolina, but the new issue this past week was because the vaccine appointments being canceled, postponed because of some bad weather. Nearly every county in our area had that problem. The Mecklenburg County Health Department unsure of when their next shipment of doses would arrive. It's a common problem we're seeing. Meaning more appointments would be pushed back. Knowing that this is a federal issue, a state issue, what grade would you give our local health department as far as sort of dodging and dealing with some of the problems that are coming their way that in fairness, they can't anticipate?
I think they have done a great job. I think, again, a lot of things are out of their control, and things have become much better. In the very beginning, when the vaccines came, they had no idea when they were coming, and all of a sudden, like the UPS truck was there, here's your vaccine. And there wasn't time to train people or to, plan things, so they had to rush. But, I'm not a blame game. I don't think we should. I think the federal government, they did the best they could with what they had, and but it has certainly caused a problem in the beginning, and but it has gotten better.
Do you think CMS teachers should get priority when it comes to the vaccine?
Well, I think that especially the ones who are older and have health compromise should go first, and those should be done. I don't know about. I think we still have a lot of people that are older who are from the ones who are the fatalities that still need to, that I don't want them bumped by, some, 25-year-old teacher in good health. So I think certainly I would ask them to use common sense about that.
All right, Pat Cotham, County Commissioner here in Mecklenburg County. Pat, thank you as always. We appreciate it.